Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks, everyone, for coming. My name is Scott Pritchard. I'm the Vice President of Mackenzie Tour, PGA Tour Canada. I'd also like to welcome our live viewers. We're broadcasting this live on YouTube on the Mackenzie Tour, PGA Tour Canada channel, which we're really happy about. So I'm going to introduce our panelists, and then we'll get going. So first, I'd like to introduce President of Mackenzie Tour, PGA Tour Canada, Mr. Jeff Monday. I'd also like to introduce Vice President, Sponsorship of Mackenzie Investments, Mr. Court Elliott. And I'll let Jeff Monday introduce the guest of honor as we move forward. So without further ado, I'd actually like to call up Jeff to say a few words on behalf of the tour.
Thank you, Scott. Thank you all for being here. This is always a highlight for us. On the one hand, there's a little bit of sadness in this because it means the end of another incredible season. And but the joy far outweighs that. to see how far we've come from when we started the season out on Vancouver to finishing here, and then to be able to be part of this ceremony and recognize and honor what they've done across the entire season is really special for us. And you know, what's happened with this tour since we started in 2013 to now is pretty darn incredible. And being able to have tournaments at places like Highland, such a good golf course, the support from the membership, the hard work by the club, all of the volunteers, it's, as I said earlier, we couldn't imagine a better place to finish our season. So once again, a big round of applause on our behalf to you for making that happen. And I think that everybody has seen just how good these players are. And we'll talk a little bit more about that momentarily. I mean, when you step back and think about it, you know, this year, our alums, just since 2015, that have gone on to have the success since we started playing the tournament here, but you know, CT Pan played here, JJ Spahn played here. They're having success on the PGA Tour. Mackenzie Hughes played here. He's won on the PGA Tour. Tony Finau was named to the Ryder Cup team. I mean, the level of play out here is absolutely unbelievable, and no doubt these five are going to follow in those footsteps. And as I said earlier when we were having the celebration of this tournament, the celebration of this tour, each and every week we have something like this. It's in this room where volunteers, sponsors, golf clubs, everybody comes and rallies around to support the event, and they do that for two reasons. It's to provide the opportunity to these players, it's to help the community and raise money for charity, but across the entire season, you know, we couldn't have this tournament without the tremendous support of the local sponsors and Freedom 55 Financial. We couldn't have this tour without the support of Mackenzie Investments and what they do across the entire season. So, Court, to you and your entire team for everything that you do for this tour, for the communities in which we play, and for the players, thank you very, very much. So, you know, we're going to have a nice celebration here, and get these guys on the way, and we're going to be looking forward to doing it again right here in 2019. It's a special place for us to be. We'll look forward to doing that again next year. At this time, I'll come back in a few moments, but that's it for now.
Thank you, Jeff. As Jeff alluded to, Mackenzie Investments is the umbrella sponsor of the Mackenzie Tour, thus the name the Mackenzie Tour, and have been so since 2015. And Cordelia has been with us all along the way, being part of this ceremony, and I know he enjoys it, and we definitely enjoy having Court and the entire team here. So without further ado, Cordelia.
Well, good evening, everyone. How are we doing? Wow, what an incredible day of golf. Anybody else enjoying the air conditioning right now? Because I am. Listen, Jeff said a whole bunch of thank yous, and on behalf of Mackenzie Investments, I want to echo those. Incredible course, volunteers, Freedom 55, thank you. Thank you so much. But to build on that, I want to thank the PGA Tour, because without the PGA Tour, this would not be happening. We would not be here. We would not have such an incredible tour across Canada. So thank you to the PGA Tour for everything they do. And both Scott and Jeff alluded to 2015. We've been a member of this. We've been part of this family. It's been an incredible journey. And on the green, Jeff also mentioned one thing that really resonates with Mackenzie Investments, and that's community and that's charity. So for the third year in a row, we're over $1 million for charity here in Canada. That is an incredible number, $1 million. We absolutely couldn't be happier. So again, thank you to everyone involved, not just for this week, but for all 12 tournaments. And for those of you that work so hard, 365 days a year, 12 months a year, you guys are the backbone of this, so thank you. And I'd be remiss if I didn't thank a member of my team who's staying in the back. Her name is Allison Fuller. She is the Director of Sponsorship for Mackenzie Investments. She is incredible. She works all year round with the PGA Tour to make this happen, and I thank her very much for her time. And last but not least, it's the players. I mean, you guys are grinding it out there every week on the greens, on the fairways, sometimes in the bunkers. But you guys are amazing, and thank you so much for everything that you do. For those of you like myself that go out there and embarrass themselves on a golf course whenever they get the opportunity, you appreciate how good these guys truly are. So I'm going to hand it back over to Scott, I think, or Jeff, pardon me, and I think we're going to hand out some well-deserved hardware to these young guys, all right? Woo!
Okay, here we go. You guys ready? Okay. So, you know, these guys work so hard. You know, what you see is what they do inside the ropes, but the amount of time, the dedication, the effort that they put into their game is truly amazing. And we have the privilege of seeing it every week. You know, it takes a lot of talent, but it takes a lot of hard work to be able to get to this level. And as I say all the time, you know, if you took these five, you took 5 Web.com Tour, you took 5 PGA Tour players, you watch them hit balls in the range, there's zero difference. I could even argue they might be better. I will argue that they're better. And we'll find that out in the years ahead. So first, newest member of the 5 who gets to sport. We travel these jerseys around all year, and they admire them every week. When you walk in the clubhouse, you saw them, but they travel across the entire season with the ultimate goal to be able to put one of these on. So our first award winner has had 5 top 10 finishes this season. He did not have maybe his best week this week, but prior to that, he hadn't shot a round above 70 since June 25th. Think about that. So number 5 on the order of merit, moving on, earning Web.com Tour status, Michael Gellerman. Scott, are they going back to their seats? Seats or up here? Seats? Never mind. Okay. All right. Number 4 picked up his first professional win at the ATB Financial Classic in Calgary. Was on a real hot streak starting the week before through this week here. He's had 20 straight rounds under par. Think about that. Number 4 on the order of merit, Corey Pereira. Corey helped me out on that line about him being under par and making a real hard 4-footer on the last hole. Otherwise, I was going to have to adjust those talking points. Our third player got off to a fantastic start this year and kept it going the whole season. First player in Mackenzie Tour history to open the season with 6 consecutive top 10 finishes. Think about that. 3 of which were runner-up finishes. Against this level of talent, that's unbelievable. Thanks to his play at that time, he earned a spot, one of the exemptions that are awarded to us by Golf Canada, our great partners as well, in the RBC Canadian Open, where he went on to make the cut there, finished in the top 50, which shows you he has the game to compete on the PGA Tour. Congratulations to Zach Wright. Number 2 on the order of merit, the youngest amongst the 5, at all of 22 years old, just turned pro, coming off of a pretty stellar collegiate career. He had win on Father's Day, which is always special to win on Father's Day when you're a dad. And it just so happened he had his father caddying for him in that round as well. So pretty special way to get your win. Based upon that win at the Golf BC Championship in beautiful Kelowna, he too, similar to Zach, earned a spot in the RBC Canadian Open, where he finished in the top 30. Again, showing just how good these guys are. So in addition to that win, he had 4 other top 5 finishes, 24 of his last 40 rounds. Think about this, 24 of his last 40 rounds have been 67 or better. So number 2 on the 2018 Mackenzie Tour Order of Merit, George Cunningham. And now is something pretty special. But before we bring this player up, who had, as you will hear momentarily, a pretty darn phenomenal year, an incredible performance. I had the pleasure of witnessing this week in and week out, and the players were in absolute awe. We have a quick video to show you, capture a little bit of his performance this year.
Oh my God, studly golf this year. An incredible player.
Tyler's a great guy.
He's a beast.
Great player.
Happy for him, and obviously a really good player. He's pretty much dominated the tour, and it's pretty crazy how a few good weeks on this tour can change your life, and how he's going to get on the Web.com tour next year, guaranteed, and then be on the PGA Tour. So it's pretty cool to kind of look up to him as a role model here. I've been playing on and off between here and Latin America for the last 3 years, so this is where I've been able to hone skills and work on all the things that it takes to get to the PGA Tour, and so that's been a great process to get to Tour.
I played him in Calgary, and he's a hell of a player, and he's a good dude, and a great tool, and yeah, good guy, good player.
Obviously, great player. 3 wins in 4 weeks and a third. I mean, it's incredible. When I played with him, I didn't see really any hole in his game. Did everything really well. It's definitely an honor. It's another year of competing and growth as a professional. I'm very excited to have lost that up and have the opportunity to play every event in the next year.
To win any tournament out here is pretty darn hard to do. If you talk to the players, you can fully appreciate what it takes to win. So Tyler, won at Osprey Valley, record-setting performance. Then he goes to Edmonton, wins the Sinclair Oil Country Championship there at Edmonton, which happened to be on a golf course designed 20 years ago by his father, Mark Mackenzie. Got an applause for Dad. That's sweet. Then he had an off week. Corey got him in Calgary, where he only finished 3rd, but that just motivated him. So the next week he won the Players' Cup in Winnipeg. So think about that, winning 3 times in 4 weeks. Pretty darn impressive. And we have every confidence that after next year, he'll not only be on the Web.com tour, shortly after that, he'll be on the PGA Tour. 4 of the last 5 winners of the Player of the Year award, Joel Damon, J.J. Spahn, Mackenzie Hughes, and last year, you might recall, we recognized Kramer Hickok. He's already earned his PGA Tour card. We're pretty sure they're going to be moving on to the PGA Tour in not too far a distance. The 2018 Mackenzie Tour Player of the Year, Tyler Mackenzie.
Tyler's going to say a few words. He said to me earlier that he was more nervous to say a few words than he was to win a tournament. But he's been a great ambassador for the Mackenzie Tour all year long, and he's very well spoken, and I'm sure he's going to say some passionate words about his year. Tyler?
I don't know about these guys, but I do not fill out this jersey. This is embarrassing, to say the least. All right. Anyways, Jeff and Scott, thank you for the introduction. Obviously, so many people to thank here. First and foremost, I'd love to thank the players on this tour, in particular the ones that are here today in the top 5 and everyone else. I feel like it was a very fun year. I feel like we all really pushed each other on the course and in our preparation every week and mentally, and to see the level of play on this tour and every tour really increasing over the last couple of years is very impressive, and I'm lucky to be a part of that. So thanks, guys. obviously want to thank the Mackenzie Tour, PGA Tour Canada. They've done such a great job with this tour week in and week out. And definitely want to thank the head sponsor, the Freedom 55 Financial, for helping back this tour. And obviously all the volunteers every week that come out and help put on the tournament and make this happen just so that we can come out and play. We're really, really grateful for all of your help and your time. So thank you. I'd like to thank my family and friends and my entire support group. This year was a really fun year. Sort of the momentum was building at the beginning of the year, just being healthy. I was really grateful. A year ago, I wasn't feeling very good physically and really on the course in general. And a lot of hard work and a lot of positive influence from my peers, coaches, and family helped turn that around. And I feel like it's moving in the right direction. Jeff put a little pressure on me, giving me the stats of who's won. To say the least, I think I'm looking forward to the future and moving on and playing, web and trying to capitalize on that opportunity. And I think I can speak for all of us when we say that we're really grateful for the chance and the honor to play on this tour, to develop our skills and then move on forward and play the web. So thanks, everyone.
Thanks, Tyler. Passionate, right? What I said. Just a few housekeeping items. Tyler's actually going to be on the Golf Channel tomorrow morning on Morning Drive at 7:40 a.m. So we encourage you all to tune into the Golf Channel to watch Tyler. You won't see him around town tonight because he'll be resting up for that interview tomorrow morning, right, Tyler? We're going to do photo ops on the 18th green. We'd like to invite all the volunteers that have stuck around to come out on the green. We'll do a photo with the 5 and a few other photos and with today's tournament winner and all that kind of stuff. So I want to thank everyone for sticking around. It obviously means a lot to us and means a ton to the players and our staff. So thank you very much, and we're definitely excited to be back at Highland next summer. Thank you very much, and we'll see you next year.